and gentlemen, presenting the next award, Vice Chair Rafi Kasabian and Board Member Lina Davidian.
Physician, film producer, philanthropist, human rights activist, and entrepreneur, Dr. Eric Esrailian is a man of tremendous ingenuity. As a longtime generous supporter of the ANCA's efforts to promote the Armenian cause, Dr. Esrailian made history in 2016 when he produced and released The Promise, a historical epic set during the Armenian genocide in 1915. In an unprecedented move that sent shockwaves throughout the film industry, it was announced that all proceeds from The Promise would be donated to charities dedicated to helping genocide survivors and human rights groups working toward preventing future crimes against humanity. For his global humanitarian efforts, Pope Francis himself honored Dr. Esrailian at the Vatican with a Benemerenti medal. Dr. Esrailian is the first person of Armenian descent to receive this honor, in a touching tribute to a man who has devoted his life to giving back to his community by representing the Armenian people with kindness and dignity. It would be impossible to underestimate the impact of Kim Kardashian's voice across the many media platforms she has helped to define for nearly 2 decades. Kim Kardashian is one of the world's most widely known public figures, innovating a new path of her own with her philanthropic efforts through television, entrepreneurship, and social media on a platform that reaches billions of people across the world. Never was her influence in media more impactful than when she traveled to Armenia on 2 different occasions, ensuring her trip was well documented on episodes of her series that aired repeatedly around the world. In addition to meeting people and visiting many of Armenia's historic monuments, Kardashian took the time to educate the public on deeper issues when she tweeted and shared posts about her journey and the need for U.S. recognition of the Armenian genocide. For years, the two have made an impact as Armenian Americans seeking to educate the public on the beauty of the Armenian people and the history of the Armenian genocide. They continue to raise awareness about the Armenian cause. It is fitting that they jointly receive this honor as we present the 2022 ANCA Western Region's Global Impact Award to Dr. Eric Esrailian and Kim Kardashian.
Friends and supporters, brothers and sisters, please help me welcome human rights activist, producer, philanthropist, and a fellow UCLA Bruin, Dr. Eric Esrailian, to receive the ANCA Western Region's first ever Global Impact Award on behalf of Kim Kardashian and himself.
I know we have a video message from both of us, but I'd like to make just a few brief comments. And I actually have written out what I'm going to say because normally, and my family knows this, I could probably talk for hours for anything that doesn't have to do with Armenian issues. But when it comes to our people, I get emotional, so I need to write down what I'm going to say. First of all, I want to thank ANCA and especially the Western region for this honor. I want to thank, we have such incredible people that have been honored tonight. I'm very proud to be just even mentioned alongside some of the names that you've seen, but I want to thank our clergy and our religious leaders for leading our community for so many years, and I'm so grateful. I want to thank my wife and children and my entire family for their unwavering support because because so much of their time, energy, and attention and resources now are focused on what we can do for our people around the world, and I couldn't do it without them. For those of you who know me, I really don't like these kinds of situations. It makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like the extra attention, and I definitely do not feel like I ever deserve to be honored. However, everyone in this room and many of us around the world have done whatever he or she can do in our own way to help our people. There are so many brave and dedicated Armenians who have laid the foundation for us all over the world over the years. Nevertheless, I do feel that at this moment it is important to draw attention to the work of the Armenian National Committee in the Western region and to rally support. So that's why Kim and I accepted. She sends her regrets. Oh, thank you. She sends her regrets for not being able to be here in person, but she's so grateful to the Armenian National Committee of America and the Western region, and to all of you in this room, and for those of you who have been supporting this organization who cannot be here with us tonight, for doing everything you can do to advocate for Armenian people around the world. I feel blessed to be in a situation to have achieved some level of success and influence, but I really feel that many of my friends around the world have done the same. We can use our relationships and our friendships to shine a light and to raise support for Armenian people around the world and for Armenian issues. For decades, the Armenian National Committee of America and all of you in the room in the Western region, and your families and your relatives and your friends and all of our great Armenian organizations have taught us, marched for us, lobbied for us, and now it is time for us, everyone in this room, and the people who are here with us today to carry the torch. I remember going to AYF camp as a child and feeling, feeling inspired to be able to do something for our people someday. You never know what you do now and how what you do now can influence somebody, especially a child. So for those of you who came to us at camp and talked and taught us, I appreciate you, and I hope to do the same someday. Thank you. As tough as it feels for all of us at some time, I am truly grateful to God for making me Armenian and for showing me the way. Armenia and Armenians have been standing strong because of our faith, and I give all glory to God, knowing that He will have the ultimate final word. Despite the strides that we have made in this country and in the diaspora, I know Armenians in Artsakh and Armenia are facing dangerous threats, and we need to help them. I have a message for everyone in this room. You may not feel like an influencer, but you have influence. You do have influence. Use the platforms that the Armenian National Committee in the Western region have created to contact your representatives. Some of the most powerful representatives in the United States of America have been in this room tonight. And reach out to your friends outside of the Armenian community. Tell them to do the same. You have power, and I really appreciate all of you for being here tonight and supporting the Armenian National Committee of America. Thank you.
Of America for all of the incredible work that you do on behalf of the global Armenian nation. The Western region is home to one of the largest Armenian populations outside of Armenia, and your work is critical to our community. We are honored to be receiving the Global Impact Award from the ANCA.
The ANCA and all of you who have been supporting its work have been instrumental in critical activism and advocacy for everything from securing Armenian genocide recognition by President Biden, the U.S. Senate, and the House of Representatives, to pushing for the right of self-determination for Armenians in the Republic of Artsakh.
It is with heavy hearts that we accept this award because we know that Armenians have been attacked and displaced from their homeland.
We cannot get discouraged and give up. We will continue to fight for justice and accountability for the Armenian genocide and for the need to support Armenia as an important regional democracy. We will use our influence publicly and privately to do what we can.
We will continue to work together with all of you and the ANCA to support the needs of the Armenian people. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you.